This is my sister's current setup, and honestly, it can use a lot of work, which is why today we're going to build her the best setup that she's ever seen. Alright, before we start her setup, the hardest part is probably the fact that everything is going to be brand new. So she's getting a new computer, new table, new monitor, everything is going to be brand new, so the first thing we got to do is shop. Luckily, it wasn't that bad though, because basically everything came from Amazon. I ended up finding her monitor, desk, and peripherals all within an hour. After all the main shopping is done, I head up a few stores just to find a few more decorations. I went with these black and white frames because I feel like they fit the aesthetic pretty nice, and by the time the next day came around, all of our Amazon packages had arrived. Okay, so we're finally back home, and this is basically everything that's going to go in the new setup. Her new desk is a standing desk, and I've only ever built these office style desks, so hopefully it doesn't take too long to build. Her monitor came in along with the arm, keyboard, mice, Mac Mini, speakers, basically all the good stuff. Even a few decorations just to make sure it's not plain. So we're basically gonna go in her room, get rid of the old desk, the old Mac, all that stuff, and replace it with all this. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so we got everything that was on top of the desk, and we're gonna move this out of here, probably put it in the garage, and then I can start building the new one to put over there. Whoa. Now that we cleared that table out, we got like a perfectly good blank slate to start working on. I measured this out, and I think it was like 58 inches, and the desk is 55 inches, so there should be like a good amount of space between that and the desk, and that and the desk. Okay, so this is the part that I probably look forward to the least, but I know for a fact it's gonna take a while, so I might as well start now. Let's get building. Now, like I said before, this is my first time building a standing desk, and honestly, there was way more instructions than I thought there would be. Luckily, it didn't take too long. The build process was actually pretty simple. There was a lot of steps, but they weren't complicated steps. It ended up taking me maybe around an hour and 30 minutes. Honestly, I gotta say, for a table from Amazon, it was extremely sturdy and it looked pretty good. Okay, now that this is done, we can start doing the actual fun stuff now. Her mini Mac, her monitor, keyboard, mousepad, everything. So we can start putting decorations and stuff up, and it's about to be the best setup you've ever seen in your life. So tired and I can't decide. You think you're so cool. Okay, so we brought everything into her room. The first thing that's gonna go on the desk is this J5 Create monitor arm. Honestly, these things are like super high quality, and I'm kind of jealous because I think mine's a little bit cheaper. But we're gonna put this on first because I have a desk riser as well, and I want it to kind of like, I want the monitor to kind of like sit on the desk riser, if that makes any sense. So you'll see when I put this up. Okay, so I was about to put the arm up, and then I realized that we need the monitor for that. So let's do that. I ordered her this LG monitor for around 130 bucks. It's 27 inches, 1080p, but it has 165 hertz, and she doesn't play games, but honestly, it's good to just have the leeway. I should also mention, it was hard to open. You, baby, don't worry about me, but your smile is shining on me, and I know that I will be with you by the end of the day. So I'll wash your room, everything that you do, and baby, I can't wait. All these things with you, I need you by my side to the end of the day. Baby, you're just something I never want to lose. I love everything about you, even love the things you. Now that we got the monitor out, we can start working on getting the arm put together and then mounting the monitor to it. putting arms together are actually pretty simple, so out of everything I built today, this is probably going to be the easiest.
Can't believe I found someone that's amazing like this. And you go where I go, so we're unbreakable.
I'm not gonna lie, the monitor came out a lot cleaner than I thought it would. So now we can open up the riser, and I kind of want to put it like maybe like right in front of here, just to get the illusion that this thing is like sitting on top of the riser, if that makes sense. Throughout this video, I had to build a lot of stuff. What I didn't realize was that I had to build the riser too. This thing ended up having more pieces than the table itself. Besides that, I just want to say thank you to anyone that's still watching the video up to this point. The last video did a lot better than I thought it would, so hopefully I can keep making content that you guys enjoy. Alright, riser is now up. Finally, we can get to all the good stuff. Starting with this. Messy cables is probably something that annoys me the most, so even though I didn't record it, I spent maybe around 20 minutes making sure that all the cables were out of sight. Despite the effort it took, I gotta say it's worth it because the monitor ended up coming out clean and well managed. The next thing we got for our setup are these black Eris speakers. They're extremely easy to set up, and honestly the way they look just fits the aesthetic perfectly. This is probably what I'm excited for the most. It's the Yunzii B75 Pro keyboard, and honestly, this thing looks and sounds amazing. Unfortunately, Yunzii themselves don't have a mouse that matches exactly like the keyboard, but luckily I found another one on Amazon that looked pretty good too. Okay, the setup is basically finished now. All I gotta do now is add a lamp and then some Govee LED lights for under the table. After I put this lamp up, I went ahead and put up all the rest of the decorations, and with that being said, I can finally show off her new setup.